The brand ideally would connect with consumers on two levels. On the functional content level, functional and emotional. Functional is when it comes to making sure that the product and the brand has the functionality and meets the consumer need, and emotional when the brand is able to connect with that consumer and highlight the shared values between the brand and that consumer. So it's both functional and emotional. Consumer is frequently in a driver's seat. Consumer experience changes because consumers interact with brands in their own way. Some consumers have exposure to advertising, others to advertising online store experience. So each individual consumer experience may be different. So given that structure of the companies is designed in such that all the functions, marketing, research, R&D, and so on, are all centralized but separated, that may lead to a disconnect when it comes to delivery of brand message across different touchpoints. The emotional connection is tremendously important. This is what differentiates brands in the marketplace. Those are the brands that stand out. And the way you can strengthen it is make it consistent with your company values. Show the consumer what your brand stands for, and hope that those values are consistent with the values of that target consumer. I would say that it's important to be aware of the fact that if you have any impact on marketing, it's important to realize that brands and people create relationships. And when they create those relationships, the ones that stand out and are long-lasting are the ones that have that emotional component in hopefully shared value systems. So in the ideal world, the brand would embody the value system of a company, and those values are in turn consistent with that target consumer. So this is where the magic would happen. So once students or marketers realize that the connections become really magical and powerful, is when you have this connectedness between the brand, the company, and that consumer.